richer than all y'all broke ass haters. Lil Tay out here balling in the IA. I dropped 200 racks on this car, and I'm only 9 years old. I got the keys to this car. Message to all y'all broke ass haters. Y'all ain't doing it like Lil Tay. This is why all y'all fucking haters hate me. I'm only 9 years old. This Lil Tay, and I'm richer than all y'all broke ass, jigglypuff looking ass niggas.
Now, when you see these clips, you might think that Lil Tay is some arrogant, brash, rude kid who got by on her parents' money and is just flexing it to show off their wealth. But in all actuality, Lil Tay is a victim in this whole situation. What it is, as a boy Ian X Hunter, and Lil Tay has been going through it. Now, I know y'all seen that whole fiasco last week about how she apparently died. There was a post that went up on her Instagram account saying that her and her brother had passed away. Apparently it's from like a jet ski accident, from what I heard on the grapevine. And it was just felt so out of left field, out of nowhere, because Lil Tay hasn't been heard about in years, you feel me? So of course everyone was caught off guard, everyone was shell shocked. And just to find out the next day, this shit was capped from Lil Tay herself. And now to really put in perspective how crazy this whole shit is, let's go back and really look at the Lil Tay story, you feel me? And to do that, we gotta do a little bit of time traveling. We gotta go back to 2018. Now 2018, that is like the peak of the clout era. If you didn't have clout, you wasn't popping on the internet, simple as that. And niggas was doing anything for clout. It was a dangerous time. Hilarious, but dangerous. So naturally, in the clout era, Lil Tay went ahead and began posting her content on apps like Instagram. It was basically just Instagram. That's how I found out about her. She started posting on Instagram, claiming she was the youngest flexer in the game, had all these cars. Her house cost more than your mama rent.
This shit costs more than your rent. My toilet costs more than your rent. Everything in my bathroom costs more than your rent.
Her wrist costs more than your mama rent. You feel me? Just making all us regular folk feel fucking broke. You feel me? She was posted up in front of cars, houses. She was in Louis V, all type of designer. No Panda. And of course the shit was picking up traction, and you see a little 10-year-old kid with all this fancy ass shit. I mean, like, you gonna be like, what the fuck going on? So when shit started picking up for them, Lil Tay, her mother Angela, who's a real estate firm agent in Vancouver, and her brother Jason, they all moved back down to, not moved back, but they all moved down to Los Angeles because they really want to take her career to the next level. They got in contact with this dude named Josiah Jenkins. Now Mr. Josiah is basically like a social media manager, marketer, coach type of thing, and his whole role was to take Lil Tay to the next level, which he did. I can't even lie. When she was in LA, she lived right next to Vicky, and if y'all don't know Vicky, that could be a whole separate other video, and it probably will be, I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, nah, she started living with Vicky. They was doing their own thing, their own shenanigery, you know what I'm saying, faking the black sense, faking, you know, biting off the culture, you know, as these people tend to do. And then if you're around on the internet at that time, I'm sure y'all remember that fight between Vicky and the Cash Me Outside girl, Bad Baby.
You wanna run somewhere?
Bro, don't walk in front of
You wanna run somewhere? Tough stuff? Put your bag down, tough stuff.
Which, by the way, that whole fight, fake publicity stunt. But that video between Bad Baby and Vicky, you know who's on the sideline right next to Vicky? Her partner in crime, the youngest flexer in the game, Lil Tay.
I thought you was in the middle. You'll get
Stop.
lost. Stop.
Come on, run it, bitch.
You trying to fight?
Come on, touch me. I'm like,
And that just really skyrocketed her from that point, you feel me? So for all of like 2-3 months, Lil Tay was on the top of the internet, but after a while, everything just went silent. Now also around this period is when shit started getting a little fishy with Lil Tay. I mean, we always knew that shit isn't what always meets the eye, but now we're really starting to uncover the layers behind this whole Lil Tay situation. So this video had leaked of her brother Jason, of course, who had moved down with her mother Angela, of her brother Jason coaching Lil Tay on what to say, how to say it, all the young flexer in the game nonsense, whatever. Take a look.
Bitch, you Lil Tay always got enough money. This shit cost me 2,000. This shit cost me 10,000, and
I
this.
said stop saying 10,000, 2,000, 3,000, 2,500. Doesn't make any sense. 10,000. Your auntie, Lil Tay gon' fuck your mama, and I'ma smack your auntie.
Now, this might not come up as too much of a shock because, in all actuality, which 8-year-old, 9-year-old, 10-year-old is really going around acting like this, saying these things? There might be a couple out there. I just don't think it was Lil Tay. For real. There's also word on the street that, like, it was just not a great environment for Lil Tay to be in. Apparently, he was described as domineering. Someone close to Lil Tay stating that Jason has been heard yelling stuff such as, "You're no good, it's no good," and that she was crying the whole time. And you know, this isn't unusual of kids who are in the internet, which really my whole overarching point with this video is keep your kids off the internet. Okay, this does not, your kids don't have to be on it, please, because one, there's a lot of weird niggas on the internet. there's too many weird niggas on the internet. And with the technology today, you don't know what these weird niggas are doing with that information on the internet. And second reason why is situations like this. God forbid, you know, they start making a little money, little revenue, and the parents start seeing it. Once they see them commas, cause YouTube checks or just internet checks, when y'all really make it, they got some zeros to them, and you want to see them zeros keep going, and you're gonna do whatever you're gonna do to keep them zeros going, even if it is putting your children in abusive situations, overworking them to the point where they're exhausted. They don't even want to do this shit no more. It started off as a hobby for them. Now it's a business at what, 10 years old? No, you gotta let them be a kid. Like, you gotta let them be a kid. But yeah, no, Lil Tay found herself in this situation, and her mom was in on it too, because you remember all those fancy cars, those fancy houses that she was posted up in, Lil Tay? Those are all from her clients. That car, apparently, her mother used her boss's Mercedes-Benz 550 SL for Lil Tay to flex in, which is crazy. Of course she lost her job. Ain't no way you're doing all this and lose your job. So they really had to go 100%, all 10 toes in on Lil Tay. She became the breadwinner for the family at 9 years old. Now you might be asking yourself, where does Lil Tay's father come into this whole situation? Well, we getting there, don't worry about it. So her father's name is Chris Hope. He is a Canadian lawyer, I believe based out of Vancouver as well. Can't confirm nor deny. From what it seems from the information I was able to gather, he wasn't really too fond of Lil Tay's whole image and career on the internet. He didn't mind her being famous. It was just he wanted a more professional image for his daughter. He wanted to go ahead and trademark her name, get her a visa and an American work permit so she could actually, you know, like have some motion in America. And, you know, I think his end goal and his vision for Lil Tay was to be like a professional singer, like a pop star type shit. But the mom and Jason, Angela and Jason, they had other plans for Lil Tay. And this is so sad in this whole situation. No one has asked or even like thought about what does Lil Tay want in this whole ordeal. She probably don't want none of this. She probably just want to be at the mall chilling with her friends like regular fucking teenagers do. You feel me? So again, with the whole situation with Lil Tay's dad, Tay's Instagram account had come out with a couple of posts making some pretty serious allegations of abuse against her father, but it was later confirmed by the mother of Lil Tay that the Instagram account was actually hacked, because people thought this was Jason's doing. There's always been like tension between Jason and Lil Tay's dad, because Jason is Lil Tay's half brother, same mother, not the same father, so there's always been tension between those two apparently. So it also came out further on that Jason had full control over Lil Tay's accounts. He had full control over her social media presence. Jason had full control of all of her accounts. He had full control of like who Lil Tay was, who Lil Tay was talking to, all the contracts that were being signed. That was Jason. You feel me? The mother didn't have any involvement. She was just providing the shit to, you know, the cars and the houses and so on and so forth. So in a separate incident from the previous one, more posts were made on Lil Tay's Instagram account, again claiming that Tay's father was abusive and claiming that there's a court order for Tay to go back to Canada from LA. Jason had launched a GoFundMe for abuse allegations on Tay's behalf. I don't know, it's a little fishy to me, because is Tay really seeing this money? At the end of the day, this has really seemed like a back and forth between Jason and the father. Who's gonna control Lil Tay? But then that brings us back to the death hoax, you feel me? Everyone was caught off guard, but then next day Lil Tay quickly comes out and says, hey, me and my brother be alive. Let me actually read what she says right here. I want to make it clear that my brother and I are safe and alive, but I'm completely heartbroken and struggling to even find the right words to say. It's been a very traumatizing 24 hours. My Instagram account was compromised by a third party and used to spread jarring misinformation and rumors regarding me, to the point that even my name is wrong. My legal name is Tay Tien, not Claire Hope. And then an Instagram account on the same day claiming to be Jason said, to be clear, I am not dead. My sister and I were winning our case. It was just a couple of days before we got it all back, all her social media, and come out about the truth. I'm assuming this is referring to the previous case that was against Lil Tay's father, claiming abuse. Apparently they're about to win, and then this came up. I don't know, there's just so many loose holes, and this could even just be a fake account. We don't even know this is Jason for sure, but there is a little bit of I guess a happy ending to this story, I guess. It just came back that Angela Tien, Lil Tay's mother's, the family attorney, the family law firm, came out with an official statement saying that they did win the case apparently. Lil Tay's mom's gonna have full custody over Lil Tay. The father's gonna have to pay $275,000 worth of child support that's been owed since 2014, and of course he'll be paying ongoing child support. Lil Tay's mom gonna be signing all the contracts. She gonna be living with her, and they have the right to move outside of Vancouver, so they don't have to be in that same, you know, hostile situation. So I feel bad for Lil Tay, man, because she was just being used for financial gain. You feel me? Maybe it was fun for her at the start, but I find it hard to imagine a future where she actually enjoys it. So moral of the story: keep your kids off the internet. Stop being greedy, but still get to this money.